Hey guys, welcome back to another video today, and I just want to say thank you guys for 300,000 subscribers. Yes, we reached 300k like a few days ago. You can see there, 300k. Thank you guys very much. I do appreciate you guys for supporting me. And yeah, do you have anything planned for 300k? I'm not really sure anything top of my head right now, but maybe I'll try to think of that. But anyway, we're going to be going over to Season 18, because yes, ASIMO did reveal Season 18, the theme and everything, and there's some pretty cool creations, so let's go ahead and just dive right into everything. So right over here, ASIMO says the next season theme is for the Wild West. I'm super curious to see what you guys will make, and there's a link to the Reddit. And here's a disappointing thing: the top vehicle won't be a horse. Would be quite a lot to support. I mean, when you think of the Wild West, I would think of a horse. Basically a time period in like the 1800s and stuff, when the western part of America, where there was like California, Arizona, all that stuff, and also ASIMO's from Arizona, it was unexplored and stuff, and there was nothing there. There was no police stations, fire stations, there's nobody to enforce the law. It was just a wild place. And yeah, that's what the season's for. Now, before we go ahead and jump into all the seasonal creations, I just want to say, after taking a look at a lot of the creations, I feel the season favors furniture items and cosmetic items better than vehicles, because there's not that many vehicles, but still, we're going to go ahead and go over that. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the first seasonal creation. It's by Doggo McDingo, and it has a lot of upvotes. I mean, a lot. Like, there's nearly 600. So, introducing the Longhorn Lowrider. It's a 1967 Ponytac GTO and a classic muscle car taken into the classic era with a stunning design and modded body. So I like the aesthetic here. It seems pretty old, kind of like that. So we're gonna go ahead and there's 10 screenshots. They took pretty nice screenshots. They also have the sunlight coming in. That's nice. Okay, there's a horse right here. Imagine there was a horse. Like, come on. And when I think of the Wild West, I think of a horse. Now, of course, I get there's limitations, but you know, a horse would be great. I think creators could even make a horse, but I guess it's gonna be a lot of programming for just one season. This gives my upvote because I think it's a really high quality vehicle. Alright, next one is made by DieDie Was Taken, and it's called the Hunter. It's the best utility pickup for most arid areas, and it seems like the desert behind them. So here's what it looks like. It looks like a very old truck, of course. I don't know exactly what manufacturer, but it does look very old. If I could guess, maybe Chevrolet or something. So yeah, oh, the interior looks really nice here. So there's 14 screenshots, so I'm just trying to go through all of it. So anyway, I think you made a good job doing making all this. So anyway, that gets out of it for me. Some people say this should be the level 8 prize, and you know what, I think that's a good idea. Alright, I know that this is not actually a vehicle, because if you look closely it says Wagner Rim, but to be honest, I think this should be a vehicle submission because it looks good. So I don't know why I didn't do it, but I'm just gonna go over this anyway. When I first looked at this, I thought this was a vehicle, but no, it's just a rim. So but it has quite a lot of upvotes for just a rim. Alright, so here's one by Zero2. It's called The Pagan, the truest expression of the hot rod season 18 submission. Love the tree in the background, and there's 20 images. So starting in the first one, I like the smoke. I mean, they always put really nice like photos of their vehicles. Like Zero2 just does a really good job like showing everything, and this looks like a very nice vehicle as well. This came out 13 hours ago and already nearly has, well, almost 300 upvotes. So I think this vehicle would probably be a big contender for the season 18 prize submission or grand prize. And I like how they have the train in the background as well. It kind of fits it. Now, it is a pretty long vehicle, so that's one thing I didn't notice of this, but 20 screenshots, looks really good. Oh, they also have a lot of stuff here. There's gonna be a western season, but the Valley of the Pagans waits for no one. This is the highly modified Hot Rods, the ultimate bandit car. This custom car is built myself based around the Ford Model T. I say that, but the only thing remotely similar to the Model T is the main tub. That's about it. The vehicle clocks at 3,750 faces. But yeah, it has quite a lot of upvotes from the community and has a lot of positive feedback, so this is probably gonna be pretty big. It always is. Zero2 makes really good vehicles. Here is another big one, and I think they've done a really good job like trying to sell their vehicles. So first of all, if you're going to make a season of creation, you also have to sell it. So they did really nice graphics here. I'm giving that up for that. But anyway, it's called the Ranger, a sheriff midlife crisis car and certified 1800 classic. So yeah, that also makes me feel like when we think of the Wild West, I would also think of a sheriff, because you know, back then I guess there might be some sheriff in like some town or something like that. Anyway, we're going to go over here. They spend a lot of time making these like really nice photos and stuff. They spend a lot of time doing this. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead, just take a look. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even sure if this is like trying to advertise the rim or the actual vehicle itself, because the rim is or the wheels is like really noticeable here. Anyways, this is the interior of it. Here's also another image of it, and yeah, like that's what it looks like right here with the American flag right there. But yeah, some people are thinking it's like a Challenger revamp, so arguably I'm kind of confused, but they spent a lot of time on this for sure. sure. Alright, here's the next one. It is by Rally Subby, and it's season 18. The Raven Skull Buggy. Give the Rush and the Gold Rush a new meaning. Sorry, I don't think this is really my favorite, but I mean, it's by Rally Subby. He does make pretty good creations, but you know, I'm not feeling this one. And yeah, that's about it for all the seasonal vehicles. There's not that many more, but there's also these. Like, this is not even part of it, but look at this animation they made. So the Porsche Rennesport, a true art of German engineering. Like, this is made 4 days ago. Obviously, it's not related to season 18, but there's a lot of vehicles made for non-season 18, surprisingly. Over here, we got the Revoluziona 2022 Pagani Utopia. So this is also a really, really good creation. Arguably, I like this a lot. So it also has so many upvotes. Like, this is 600 upvotes. Over here, we got this, not for season 18, the Electro, a powerful electric car, made 4 days ago, exactly when the season theme got announced. So yeah, there's also some really good creations that just came out. There's also this over here, which is a design off a brush fire truck, and it looks good as well. Like, this looks really nice. I would like to have this. Okay, this screenshot didn't load, but for real, imagine having this as another fire truck. I think this looks good. But this just really comes to show that I feel this season doesn't really favor vehicles too much. But now we're gonna go over the furniture, because there's a lot of furniture and, you know, vehicle cosmetics, spoiler, rims, all that kind of stuff. All the cosmetic items, there's a lot that's been submitted, but for vehicles, I couldn't find that many. Okay, so right over here, starting off with a texture from Dr. Radium, we got the Sheriff, a season 18 submission, and it's exactly what I would think of. Like, this is the Wild West. I would probably think of a sheriff, and this is what it's based off of. So I think this is a pretty excellent idea, and this probably might win. There's a lot to go over, so here's one by Benjamin. Season 18, the Moo Tires. I guess the cow would probably relate to Wild West because there was cows back then, so we'll just think of that. Anyway, moving on. Next time we got the Gatling Gun by Memescent. Has a decent amount of upvotes and would look good in my house. So you get an upvote, yeah. Next one we got the Barrel Wing, and I guess barrels were back then because they want to, you know, drink and stuff. So that looks nice. Also, there's animation behind it, so that's cool as well. Here's a really nice one. They have a nice, I guess, GIF right here. So we got the West Windmill Spoiler, season 18, has exactly 69 upvotes. You know what? I'll just keep it that way. You know what? I'll give him that upvote. Here's that upvote. I think it looks nice. So this would probably look good in the back of your vehicle. I think they spent a lot of time making this. There's a lot of screenshots here. And yeah, there's 70 upvotes. It's probably going to get more. It's only been out for 13 hours. Next one we got over here, the Revolver Wing. Now, I think this is a really cool spoiler idea because, you know, back then they were using the revolvers and stuff. They were using those pistols back then, using those old, old technology. It looks like a spoiler, but it's supported by a revolver. A pretty smart idea. So I think I'm going to give that an upvote. I hope this wins, actually. Over here, we got the Horse Rim. Now, this is probably relating to, you know, horses for the Wild West, but this could also relate to Creedcraft. I mean, he was a big YouTuber for Jailbreak, so I think Creedcraft will probably be happy seeing this in the game. Next one over here, we got this by Benjamites, and it is the red and blue bandana texture. Hide your face and become the greatest outlaw ever. So basically, it's a texture that's supposed to look like a bandana, and yeah, I think it looks good. There's also a blue one, a red one. There's 9 screenshots I'm trying to go all over, and that's it. I'm giving up vote. Alright, next one over here is a season 18 old mansion painting. I believe that is the mansion in the background, maybe? I can't really see. This looks like a really old vintage poster, or, you know, I guess painting is what they call it. And there's a ASIMO. I think that's them right there. I can see Bazzy in the background. It's pretty smart, so I'll give it up for that. Next one, we got the rattlesnake texture, and I guess rattlesnakes are a common thing in the desert, and that's a thing in the Wild West, so it's a good idea, I would say. So yeah, here's it on a vehicle that's not in Jailbreak, actually, and here's one. I don't think any of these vehicles are in Jailbreak. So this is also by Die Was Taken. We kind of went over this, but it's basically the rims that he wants to show off. So this is a really good looking rim. I guess he's also featuring the vehicle that he just made, so we're giving up. All right, arguably, I think this is one of the best like spoilers out here. So I guess for the season though, I'm giving this an up for sure. So basically, it's basically like a train, and there's like a smoke thing. I really not know how to describe that, but there's smoke coming out. Hopefully that's part of it. And there's also a vehicle. I don't know why they didn't submit this vehicle. Like, this vehicle, I mean, in fact, the entire thing looks good for a vehicle submission, like including the spoiler. Like this thing looks good. I don't know why they didn't submit this. They only submitted this part, this spoiler part. So I really have no idea. This would look really good for a vehicle, but this is the part they're focusing on, and I guess it's Thomas the Tank Engine kind of inspired off of. So, and I think this looks good. good even as an entire vehicle. It's also on the train track too. Like, but yeah, imagine a vehicle like this combined. I think it'll be good. Or driving a train. All right, next up from Meme Saloon, we got the Salon Bar, and it's season 18 furniture submission. I don't think there's really anything else to say, but yeah, there's ASIMO. He's drinking, and yeah, this will look good in my house. Next up, we got the Mr. Mine furniture item. Basically, you know, back then they were mining for gold. You know, as a gold rush and stuff that happened back then. So this relates to the Wild West. Here's another thing. It is a wanted poster. Yeah, wanted posters were very common back then, and this has quite a lot of upvotes. So there you go. Over here we got the Choo Choo bed, and you know there was trains back then. I think that's another prominent part of the Wild West. So I'll give them that. So here's an upvote. Here's another thing. It's like a revolver cylinder as a rim. I think it's a really smart idea. However, I think it looks okay. So I'll give them that. Here's another one. It is the Tumbleweed Field rims, and I think this looks really good if the rims are glowing. This is an example right here. So I would like this to win. I think here's another one, the rattlesnake texture. I think we went over a rattlesnake texture. I think here's another one that is different. And so there's like two rattlesnake textures competing against each other, which is interesting. So, and here's the last one over here. It's the tumbleweed drift effect. So let's just see if I can start over here. Yeah, there it is. It's really high quality. So I'll give them an upvote just for that. And yeah, I just really feel that furniture items and the cosmetic items, all that stuff is more easier to make for the season than vehicles, because you know, vehicles back then in the Wild West, you can't really think of that many vehicles, to be honest. You can think of old vehicles in like the 1950s, but there weren't any vehicles back then. I guess they were like horse-drawn carriages, but you know, that couldn't be a vehicle, can it? And I really think the horse should be the winner of the seasonal item, but obviously I don't think the SEC wants to code all that, because you know, it's just a season, and after like 45 days, 60 days, you know, it's gonna be another season. So he doesn't want to spend all that time, because you're gonna have to program, you're gonna have to make sure there's no glitches, and it's gonna be a complicated process. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. So let me know down below which ones are your favorite. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're not, make sure you like and subscribe. That'd be cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Bye.